This time in Yerushalmi Ma'asros Trumos in the Article edition we're on Daf Tesam Aleph, the fifth line down, Chayli Rabbi Yirmiyah, and this in the Vilna that's halfway down, Hamid base, really almost precisely halfway down. Chayli Rabbi Yirmiyah is the beginning of the line, and Rabbi Yirmiyah is the one who said that if you put stuff in a plate on Erev Shabbos, and then Shabbos begins, so then it becomes tevel. So the where's Rabbi Yirmiyah's? What is the right for Rabbi Yirmiyah? And we should go back and read what he said. So that was that if you put it into a keli, that's what you would eat from. So then it becomes Shabbos makes a tevel. It's called Ma'asros. And after Shabbos, you have to mice it before you eat it. So the evidence for Rabbi Yirmiyah is, evidence for Rabbi Yirmiyah, that we should learn over there, and this is one based on in the Bavli. Said, a person can stand by a mukta, a place where they dry fruit to make them dried figs or dried raisins, and they're not yet fully completed. Therefore they're mukta on Shabbos Yotam. And there's someone shubut who wants to eat them on Shabbos, you have to designate them verbally from before Shabbos. He says, Omer da mukta erev Shabbos b'shvius, and during Shemitah, when they're put for Meiser, so Meiser an issue. For Emer, it's saying, I'm going to eat from this batch tomorrow. For Lom, b'shvius. It might be slightly different in the Vilna. I'm reading from the Givers Kav Naki. Lo mina el b'shvius. B'shar shneishvolo, but other days of the week, meaning other years of the week, in other words, other years of the Shemitah, this doesn't apply. It's not enough to designate, you have to Meiser. Because when you ma'asmin and when you designate them, it's gemar malacha, and even though you will put you're going to put them back, Shabbos makes them tevel, and this is true. Should be true also by the oil you put in a plate, and because and the Makavanaki expands the explanation. He says when you put them in the muktzah, they already became a goren, they're a pile, but he wants to make them grow. So therefore, that causes the chales, use that term, chales gemar gemalacha to be suspended. Now you designate them to eat, it removes that kavana to suspend the gemar malacha, and the gemar malacha devours upon them. And Shabbos will make the tevel if it's not Shemitah. And here too, when you put the oil in the plate, which you took from, it wasn't complete oil, took it from the memo. It's also like a Gemar Malacha, and Shabbos should make a tevel. So the Ma'avel Rabbi Yossi, what does Rabbi Yossi say? Rabbi Yossi is one, of course, who says that what's in the slokas does not become tevel by Shabbos beginning. So what does he do with this? He says you can't put it back in its place, because if you put them back in its place on Shabbos, so they become muktzah, and they become also in tiltul. And that's bitol kli meichana. Interesting idea. It's like that's really stress. Down. We put the stuff which was not muktzah into a muktzah on Shabbos. It's impermissible because you took something which was roy, made it not roy, and that's called mevatel kli meichana. Things so we which make it not suitable. So since you can't put it back, so therefore the hazmana should make a malacha. So that what's he going to do with how is he going to get around that? Again, it's a muktzah. So he says, therefore becomes tevel. So that's why. Actually, that's how Rabbi. So that's a question. So the answer. Rabbi Yossi, he says no, that's different because you can't put it back in the muktzah. So therefore, it becomes tevel when it's in the plate because it has nowhere else to go, so to speak. Can't go back. So therefore, it becomes tevel. It's opposed to the place. If you took it not from muktzah, you took it from the memo, you could go back to the memo. So then, even though it got to the tzlochis, to Shabbos not koveit, and after Shabbos you could still snack from it. Masdisa pli Rabbi Yossi. But this following Bryce is our Rabbi Yossi. The time we learn, ain't a Rayla Shabbos. There's no such thing as snacking on Shabbos. Ooh, no such thing as snacking on Shabbos. You should know. There's a Brisker Shita about this. Brisker Shita is a Shita of. It's Goros Ashri. I think I don't remember the name of the Rishon. It's maybe Chaim. About places, but name it. It says that just like Shabbos Kovel Ma'asros, Shabbos Kovel Inam Bracha on Mizonos. There's no such thing as Mizonos on Shabbos. It's like just Shabbos is Kovel means that any Mizonos becomes Kfiyah Suda. Same as Kfiyah Suda, there's only Hamotzi on Shabbos, no Mizonos. Okay, that's an interesting idea. And the Shabbos Kovel. So it seems that that's like Rabbi Yossi. Rabbi Yossi says there is a right to Shabbos because after Shabbos is not here. Plus, the language has a muktzah, which there's no going back, right? That you can't put it back on Shabbos. So therefore, by definition, when you put them into the plate, they become kavua. But other fruit, which you such as oil in the plate, anything which go back, there is no not Shabbos. So you can buy melacha and permanent chiyuv in Ma'asros. Of course, Rabbi Yirmiyah makes no difference. Rabbi Yirmiyah, since when Shabbos it's in the plate, it doesn't matter if there's muktzah or isn't muktzah. Rabbi Mona asked, according to Rabbi Yirmiyah, let's it's locust mea. He had a plate which is full, and when the sunnah ben patzim l'chavero, and you put it between one column and another column. Do we say it's tevel? Or do we say because it's between one pillar and another pillar? Seeming we're a part of the press. I don't remember what they were exactly. We did have it yesterday. So the Mishnah means that those are the boards which are round the arrows in order that they shouldn't spread. So the putzim, like the putzim and Achsadra, are the supports of the Achsadra, or they're not right next to each other. The putzim on the press, there's a bad, like the boards. I think I'd say like hockey boards around the hockey rink. So so in any event, so you took it out and put it in a plate, but it's not in the memel anymore. It's not in the press proper, but it's still made up seeming. It's still in the rink. So it's become tevel. It does become tevel. Then of course this is in Ibaya. The lo ifshita. Yerushalmi does not resolve that question. Okay, avalaitin levels of kedushin. We're talking. You can't put it this oil, which is not yet tevel, into a pot which is hot. Heichel. It's going to be a hot pot. Rabbi Yehuda ben Pazi, Rabbi Shem, Rabbi Yosef, Akideshate, Nosin Yodo Tocha Nichves. It has to be a pot which actually is hotter than Yad Soletas. Well, it's a place where it's your hand gets burnt if you actually touch it. Okay, so the Gemara says, everybody agrees if it's you put in the klisheni, it's mutter. In other words, the klisheni is not kovea in terms of making it go in your meiser. So the Gemara says, mabin kli rishon, mabin klisheni. What's the difference between kli rishon and klisheni? Rabbi Yossi says, kan hayad sholetes, the kan ein hayad sholetes. So some of the fortune say that ein hayad sholetes in Yerushalmi is the yad sholetes shel habavli, or the Bavli, and the language of the Lashon. And the other Mishnah say the exact opposite. The yad sholetes is yad sholetes. So ein hayad sholetes literally means that the hand cannot govern that. So that's like yad sholetes, where the hand pops away. So some reason, however, the other Rishonim will say, evidently the Rach on Shabbos, that the Yad Sholetes is Yad Sholetes, and the readers in the Kavanaki, that in the Chuvas Beis Yaakov, what in the Green Hashas here says the same thing. According to this, comes from Sudia, Kamakan Ena Yad Sholetes means that Chomer Goiza by Klibishon, even if it's not Yad Sholetes. And some of the posts are Cheshish for this, La Halacha. And this is, and in terms of Yerodea, they said that you need Klipa by Klibishon, even if Ein Hayad Sholetes. And so some of the Goris here Soletis instead of Sholetis. According to this also, if you're also by Klibishon, even if Ein Hayad Soletis. But the Feinayim brings them from the Sugya, from this Sugya, which is brought down also in the Yerushalmi in Kira, Halacha Daled, in Messiah Shabbos, it's clearly the opposite. It says that you're allowed to melt a place where Yad Sholetes, and you're allowed to melt a place where Ein Yad Sholetes. So Yad Sholetes is the opposite of Yad Sholetes. Yad Sholetes is the opposite of Yad Sholetes. And he brings down the Magen Avraham in Shin Ches. It says Yerushalmi says that they made Achok Rishon even if Ein Yad Sholetes. It seems that he explains like the Rach that Ein Yad Sholetes is like Ein Yad Sholetes. But again, the Yifei Nine brings down the name Yam Shlomo gives in the Yerushalmi here. Kamakanti Yad Sholetes. Maybe going to this gear, so Magen Avraham works out that because Yad Sholetes, then the Kli Rishon is a problem. Okay, and then could be that that's the case. Okay, BSMA, getting back to the gears which you have in front of us. Again, Mamikishan Klisheni Amar Rabbi Yosef Boom Kana Yad Sholetes by Klisheni Yad Sholetes. The hand has is not able to hold on to it. Kan Ena Yad Sholetes. Yad is not Sholetes, right? Klirishon. I mean, kind of Ena Yad Sholetes. They're both equally hot in the Klisheni. Also a Klirishon, but the Velos Rachaka Klisheni. Klirishon, but not Rachaka by Klisheni. So it sounds like this Yad Sholetes, Ena Yad Sholetes, I should say, is means that even though it's very hot, and Ena Yad Sholetes, nevertheless, the Klirishon also should not be considered to be cooking until Yad Nichves, like we said previously, which is higher Madrega against boiling. But they made Archaka even at the level of a Yad Sholetes, i.e., Yad Sholetes, as if it's Yad Nichves. That seems to be the Yerushalmi. It's a little bit choppy, but that would seem to be the pshat. Okay. Amar said, "Hadein pincha da ruza, the rosa, before I do that, the Kamalaki adds an asur rishon because asin chlufe the klish od al aish. So kli rishon here is also not on the fire. Right? Even though it's not on the fire, so nevertheless they're cheshish that you're going to come to my switch it up. Mix it up with the clay with klish on the aish, and I'm afraid you're going to eat from it, which is achilas keva for sure. So therefore, the cheshish me'achaka even by klish and shalom aish, as long as the actual let us know. Right? In other words, as long as ain't a actual let us know. But if you had sholet dispo, which means any dispo, there's no right from Yerushalmi, then that would be a problem. Okay, so again, a plate of rice. Misael Abba is a rye of Rabbi Yonah. Misael Abba as far as Rabbi Yonah, but then pincha de grusa, and also a plate of greasing of I forget what it is, some sort of bean, I think. No, I can't remember what it is. Misael Abba. The as mafne lay mean asar la asar, you can move it from place to place. Va'akadun rasach. It's like the concept of double gush, right? It still retains its heat. So nevertheless, what the distinction must mean, despite the fact it retains its heat, that they remain a chakam kedusha, but not by kli sheni. So even though the heat is not significantly different. That brings us Mom shared a test on the base, so we'll stop here for today.